Good afternoon. Welcome to another edition of Falcons Web TV. Once again, your host, Damon Markowitz, along with Falcons President and General Manager Bruce Landon. And Bruce, the sun is out today.
Sun's out. You've thrown a twist. I'm on your right side. Usually I'm on your left side, so this is going to be a little awkward for me.
It will be a little different, but I'm a righty, so I had to switch it up a little bit. So I've changed the fortunes. I had to get the sun out somehow, so we'll sit on opposite sides. But we come to you today as we try to pick a new location. We're still in the Mass Mutual Center, or back in the Mass Mutual Center, I should say. And today we picked a location that, this is a pretty special room that we have. We come from the birthday room at the Mass Mutual Center that we sell birthday parties to throughout the year. And I also want to touch upon merchandise. As you can see behind us, we've got a selection of our merchandise that's on sale. Big topic this week on the Facebook chat was merchandise and when it's available, and is it available during the summer, and all that fun stuff. But before we get going into the agenda, we got a quick one here again today. Don't forget about our social media streams, Facebook, Twitter. Go to falconsahl.com. You'll see the official links for both on the homepage of the Falcons website. Please join the official Facebook page, official Twitter page. Once again, updated hourly, daily, as we continue to go in through the spring and summer with a lot of social media options. And Bruce, I first want to touch about the room that we're in, just to kind of educate the people where we're at and why we're here. Obviously, the birthday room, very popular once the season gets going.
And we're actually changing the name of it, I believe, aren't we? It's going to call it the Bird.
The Birthday Room.
The Birthday Room now, to play on Screech and all the great play we're getting off of Screech and the Falcons name. But yeah, this actually, for the older fans will recall, when we first bought the franchise and the building was renovated, I should say, after the building was renovated in 2004, we were actually using this as a merchandise store. And it just really wasn't working out particularly well, just because of the location. It's too far off the box office, and the only other access, there's no door from here right to the street. You had to go through our offices, so to speak. So it really wasn't working out, so we sort of moved our team store, if you will, back inside in our reception area. And we really needed a space for birthday parties, which were becoming very popular, as you know. And so we turned this into the birthday room. It's hard for me to say. I'll keep it a birthday room. And it gets a lot of activity almost, I would say almost every weekend date. Certainly we have a kid's birthday in here, and it's another asset that we are able to use to help get young kids involved and also move some tickets for us. So it's been very popular.
Yeah, and another function that we've used this for last year too was there were some smaller companies that came in that wanted to do presentations. I know I had a couple that came in. Mediced.com, very loyal supporter of ours, used it a couple times for a group of about 25 or 30. It comes with a ticket to the game as well. You can rent out this room, and it works out perfect for them where they can do their presentation. It's right off the box office. It's right off the main entrance here. Across the street is where the parking garage is. It's easy to find, but obviously smaller companies can also use it for things like that.
Absolutely, Damon. It's been very functional for a lot of things like that. I know the Chamber of Commerce, Springfield Chamber of Commerce, used it for a small focus group meeting we had in here a couple of years ago. And as you said, other smaller groups have used it. You can get 25, 35 people in here, and if you want, you can use the space and tickets, and there can be a food element. We can obviously have our concessionaire bring food down, and we've used it for luncheons. I used to have ownership group meetings in here as well, so it gets a lot of activity. And as you said, it's nice windows right on Falcons Way here, and as you said, the sun shining today, it's nice, and it's a very functional room. We could actually probably use one more of these rooms. I wish we had one like this up on the main concourse, but we don't, so we have to utilize the assets we have.
You mentioned that originally it was the team store, which we're also coming up with a name with here this summer for the new merchandise store that we're going to have, the Pro Shop. But right now we're still kind of going through. I thank everyone for all the suggestions that they had on Facebook. They're being used. We're going through trying to figure out how we're going to iron that out. But as you said, originally the merchandise was in here, which touches upon the next topic I want to go into. A lot of questions this week upon merchandise from our organization. Two biggest questions were the selection of merchandise, and is that going to improve from where it's been the last couple of years? Just more of a wider selection, no disrespect to anyone out there. And also, at the same time, can you get merchandise through the summer months as well?
Absolutely. First of all, it's a good question. I'm glad somebody brought it up, because it's one of the changes that Charlie wanted to make when he took over ownership of the franchise, that we had discussed our merchandise setup. We used to years ago have our merchandise in-house. We subcontracted out to a company called N&D Enterprises for the last few years, and Nick D'Ambrosio did a wonderful job and very well known in the business. But Charlie thought, and I agreed with him, that we need more control. There's things you can do when you have control of your own merchandise. As you were mentioning, things like quality, quantity, selection, different companies you use, we can control that. So we've made a couple changes in-house. First of all, to buy back the rights, if you will, of taking our merchandise back in-house. Promoted Alicia, who's going to be our merchandise manager. Actually, as we're speaking today, she's meeting with a a new cap distributor to get the different style of cap that we understand has been very popular in NHL cities. We're looking at that. So to answer the question, there's going to be, I think fans are going to see a wider selection. You're going to see some high quality merchandise. It doesn't mean we won't have things priced for everybody, but there will be some higher end goods as well. We're looking to obviously new Screech dolls. We're looking into some other things that have been very popular. And Mr. Potato Head, I guess they're dolls that have an NHL or an AHL logo on them. We're also Alicia's been working closely with the AHL office to talk about their licensees and who we should be using for different merchandise. So it's been a major change here. It's an investment, in financial investment on our part to buy back the merchandise from Nick and then start the ordering process for new merchandise. And second part of that question, yes, you can buy merchandise right now. We don't have a big selection right now because a lot of the orders have been placed, and over the next few weeks we'll be getting shipments in. But we do have some things here, some jerseys and hats and some other things, but not the selection we'll have once we get sort of later into the summer.
And getting into later in the summer, especially into the fall, having it available online is another big topic that's coming up as well.
Well, that's something we have to have. I think we're the only team, probably, it's a shame on us, we're probably the only team in the American Hockey League that you can't buy merchandise online. And there was a reason for that. When we subcontracted the rights to our merchandise out to Nick D'Ambrosia, that was his decision whether to put online. It was sort of part of the contract we had with him. He opted not to do that. But as you know, because you're going through the design of the website, that our whole website eventually is going to be much more e-commerce friendly, where you'll be able to buy merchandise online. We'll eventually have our own Ticketmaster printing machine, so we can do all of our group sales ourselves in our own office. So these are just some of the smaller internal investments that we're making to try and make our operation smoother and more efficient in some areas, both with the website on ordering merchandise and also ordering group tickets as well.
Yeah, but definitely contact the office here in the summer. There is available merchandise, T-shirts, so some nice new golf polos that just came in the navy blue, the red, the white. If you have any kind of golf functions out there at all this summer, call Alicia here at the Falcons office. We're here Monday through Friday, 9 to 5, even sometimes on Saturday as well. But definitely Monday through Friday, 9 to 5. Give Alicia a call. It's definitely available as we come to you from the birthday room here at the Mass Mutual Center. Don't forget our social media streams, official Facebook, official Twitter, the Spot Screech promotions all over the Facebook page right now. Stephen Hanjak's probably updating Twitter as we speak right now as well. So check everything out, updated hourly, daily, some great social media streams there as we continue into the spring. And Bruce, as we continue to go on into the spring, we're starting to get into the Calder Cup finals, right, the Stanley Cup finals. I want to touch upon the success of the Boston Bruins, because that's a question I got this week, where was someone not quite understanding how the success of the Boston Bruins affects us, even though we're not a direct affiliate.
Well, I think it's very important for the Bruins to be successful in our marketplace, and there'd be nothing better for us than to see them win the Stanley Cup, and just obviously got a little work cut out for them yet to get by Tampa, but the Bruins' interest, I've been out and about, as we all have over the last few weeks in appointments and different things, and it seems everywhere I go, people who are traditionally not solid hockey fans, who follow the sport but not on a regular basis, are sort of, how about those Bruins? How about that Tim Thomas save? I must have been yesterday asked 5 times about what did you think of that Tim Thomas save, and obviously, so it's created some interest with not just your normal hockey fans, with everybody. So I think hockey interest in this marketplace is very important. It gets the young kids getting excited about hockey. They're watching their favorite players now for the Boston Bruins, and the Bruins tickets are very expensive, and we have to keep in mind here and remind our fans, and especially the newer fans, that 87% of the players that play in the National Hockey League at one time or another have played in the American Hockey League. That's a true statistic. So you can watch players here in Springfield that you'll be able to watch on TV playing for the Boston Bruins in a couple of years down the road, if not sooner. So I think it just creates interest in the sport and in this marketplace, and that's something we need. So I think the success of the Bruins is vital.